Hi guys. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa. Whatever you celebrate, it's over now, guys. We are good for a whole nother year. I hope you guys had a good day. I hope you didn't have I hope there weren't any family fights. And if they were, I hope you won. We had some family fights, but they were fun. Fun fights. Not, the good fights. Not the kind that you need. Just the fun fights. Guys, I went out to dinner tonight on Christmas. We never do that. Never. We cook. But this year we were like, no, we're not cooking. I'm not cooking. She's not cooking. She's not cooking. And even if one of us were to cook, nobody's cleaning up. Nobody. We're going out. So we went to the Chinese buffet, and the line was out the door and down to the corner. And I was starving. So luckily, I got there way early. And stood in line for like 30, 40 minutes. And then by the time I got up to the front, everybody else they didn't come in yet. They were like almost there. So by the time we got in and sat at the table, the rest of the family came in and didn't have to wait in line. But I hope nothing bad happened to anybody today. Hope it was just a nice, chill day. It was good. We had a great, great, great dinner. I can't believe how packed it was. To me, going out to eat on Christmas was like exclusively for, like fathers who got the kids this year. Take them to Denny's. Did you stand outside in line though, Bill? Did you have a daughter with you that kept swearing and there were little kids around? I did tell her, my daughter, I was going to curb stomp her if she said that again. Yes, I did. I meant it too. And if you don't know what curb stomp is, you should look it up and never do that to your child. But my child is an adult, and you got to learn when there's children around. Although, looking back, it was probably worse for that child to hear my daughter's mother tell her she was going to curb stomp her. I should have thought about that. No, my camera's plugged in the back of my computer. My microphone is at my aux port. Okay. Welcome to Court Vibes. If you're new here, I'm not professional. My shit does not work, and I talk a lot. This is... What? I didn't even do anything that time. I didn't touch anything. I'm just sitting here. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Hold on. We're going to see if this works. Okay. Guys, I love Bill. I do. Bill is one of the greatest guys I know. And I don't really like guys. But Josh is a guy. Josh is Josh. He's like Josh is like fake, imaginary, a unicorn. A unicorn is how we describe Josh. He's just not real. Like, he's so good. Everything about him is so good. He's so funny that Josh is like not real. No, I didn't have any booze yet. I'm just, I'm in a really good mood today. Maybe because all my kids are gone. They're at my niece's house. I gave up Cards Against Humanity to be here today. Is it still really staticky? My microphone? have a microphone right here. I just have to set it up. I need more time in the day. It's so good to see some of you people I haven't seen in so long. Look, I don't have my video ready. What kind of person doesn't have their video ready? Oh yes, guys. Of course we're going to Georgia today. Of course we are. Where else would we go on Christmas than Georgia? I love Georgia courtrooms. I love their accents. I love their humor. Oops. I'm showing too much of my window. How embarrassing. My bottom is showing. I know. We were doing Naruto. Really, really, really freaking hard Naruto trivia during dinner. I mean, it was really, really hard. Sorry. Alright, no static, really? Thanks, Kim. I think it's my throat. It probably is my throat. Did anybody have something terrible that you need to talk about that happened today before we get started? If not, let's just, watch court and chat. But if you're really here for the court, you're really, really at the wrong spot. This isn't a place to come tonight, especially for court. This is a place to come to hang out with people, because it's Christmas. It was stressful and it sucks. And here you're just going to have fun. Not so much court, though. But that being said, press play.
Okay.
Of course, I have it at the very end of the docket. It's over. Oh, for the love of...
Mr. White.
There we go. That's... Well, there's no drama here.
Gas on the kitchen floor.
Is the other Kelly here, Kelly?
No shot. Talked with him many times over the years. I've had him here and over in Blackland. Whose house did they try to burn? Some lady, and then he kicked a patrol car.
Michael!
You won't see the video.
Michael! Merry Christmas!
I'll know your video.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Michael.
Aggravated assault, kid. You want me to just announce ready on him, or you want to?
Yeah, no, I'll do it.
Announce ready. Who he aggravated assaulted? His cousin. His cousin, no, I'm not sure what was on. Multiple juveniles involved have already been handled. He's the last one standing. That's LaGria, right? Yeah. Ready? There you go.
All right, that was Mr. Henderson. Let's see, 10, 11, we've already done. Number 12, Eddie Charles Griggs Jr.
Wait a minute, 10, 11.
Griggs. All right, I'll call it again. If not,
10,
it'll be a
11 's
bench
already
warrant issue.
So I'll go down. We'll see.
Number 13, Taurus T. Gates.
Did anybody get
Gates.
anything good today they want to talk about?
Same for that.
I got new curtains for the living room, but I bought them for myself.
Gates in custody somewhere? Taurus Gates, is he? Taurus Tyrone Gates, is he? Number 13. Okay. 14 we've done. 15, Gregory Scott Falk.
Your Honor, that's ready for negotiated plea.
I need to marry them, that
Misdemeanor?
person. Could you imagine me married to Gregory Scott? Every day I would wake up, Great Scott, we need coffee. That would be every morning. I wouldn't miss a morning. I would have the flu. Great Scott. This is why I'm not married. Press play, come on.
All right, come on up, Mr. Falk.
Yeah, this was the theft by taking up flower.
Let me pull it out. They run together on here.
He came up here the other day.
Yeah.
Great Scott, where's your lawyer?
That's State Farm.
Here it is, here.
That's State Farm office. Yeah, I got it.
Your Honor, we have a negotiated plea in that case wherein the false and plead guilty, 24 R, 121J, to step up, misdemeanor step by taking.
Both counts?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
It'd be 12 months probation with a $250 each dollar fine per count, 20 hours community service.
Glad there's a microphone there.
He'll have no contact with the victim, stay off their property. He is also going to request his fault on disability and on the SSI, not SSD, so his income is very limited. He's probably going to request to be allowed to do community service with some of those fines.
Oh, okay. I
If you
got
want
you.
to lower it, Your Honor, it's discretion of the court. We don't have any problem. If it's,
To lower it?
you gave
Okay.
150 to this last guy, I don't have a problem with being
All right.
150 per count on that one, I mean. Or if you want, however, in your discretion.
I would like to know where all that money goes.
All right, Mr. Falk, it
Fines.
appears that you and Mr. McLaughlin in the DA's office have reached this joint recommendation for a guilty plea on both counts with the fine and the probation as we discussed. Is that what you understand is supposed to happen? Very well. Before I can get to the sign-off or the disposition, I have to first go through a process with you where I ask you the same questions that I've asked others to make sure that you understand all the rights that you'll be giving up if you complete this guilty plea today. If at any point during this process you don't understand my questions or you need some more time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin, just let me know, and I'll give you all the time that you need within reason. Do you understand everything so far? All right, Mr. Falk, as I indicated to you earlier, you cannot be forced or compelled to enter this guilty plea today. You can maintain your not guilty plea and have a jury trial where the state must prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You'd be entitled to have your lawyer with you at all stages of the trial. You could defend yourself, bring into court your own witnesses and evidence, testify yourself if you wanted to, but you cannot be forced or compelled to testify or to incriminate yourself because you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand, Mr. Falk, that if you plead guilty today, you will be waiving all of those rights? Do you understand that? All right, Mr. Falk, are you pleading guilty to counts 1 and 2, theft by taking, because you are in fact guilty? All right, Mr. McLaughlin, see that his guilty plea gets entered.
Tona, I got your husband a Christmas present. Will you give it to him for me? T, where are you? Anybody know what I got her husband for Christmas? It's wrapped too.
No.
Your Honor, his guilty plea has been entered.
That's the case, please, sir. Or you stipulate?
We'll stipulate that fact for the plea.
All right.
Had them to his girlfriend at the time, not even his girlfriend no more.
All right. Okay. Very well, the court finds that the plea has been freely and voluntarily entered, and there is a factual
Hi, the
basis,
moment.
and the court will accept the plea, which will be 12 months on probation each, be concurrent
You don't have to get him. You can give it to him
each
for me.
other. And I'll impose the fine, but I'll also authorize all of this to be community service. I'll let probation work on that. Drug and alcohol conditions, Fourth
Hi,
Amendment
Amy.
waiver, and no contact with the victim. Any questions, Mr. Falk? All right, you'll need to meet with probation here. They'll process you through. Good luck to you, sir.
I'm waiting for T to tell me she's ready.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad one. I got number 12 for her.
I got number 12, he said. It was lovely. How was yours? The coffee at the Chinese restaurant was absolutely delicious. Sure, you can complain. I'm sure someone in here will listen. Not me, but someone. All right, I'm ready when you are, T. I could have given it to you. Coffee, yeah, the coffee was delicious. I don't know what they did to it.
Okay, let's see, where are we? Page 3, page 4, number 17, Anisha M. Brown.
Your Honor, I have not spoken with Ms. Brown this morning. If
Okay.
you could recall that case.
Ms. Brown, just keep your seat. We'll come back to you in just a second.
And I apologize, Your Honor, I was out 3 days last week sick myself. I'm the reason Tom
Oh,
was
boy.
sick.
Number 18, Corey Barkley. Barkley? Oh, there he is, okay.
Freeloaders.
Your Honor, that one's going to be a freeloader. Your Honor, we have
No.
negotiated plea now.
You shut up, I'm
You
talking.
got a
It's misdemeanor.
misdemeanor, all right?
No.
Bring him
No. I have a Christmas present to give out. I wrapped it and everything. I got something for T's husband. I wrapped it, see? You have pretty wrapping paper? You're number one. You are number one. Merry Christmas.
Okay, which counts, Mr. McLaughlin?
Your Honor, it's going to be reduced to 2 counts of misdemeanor obstruction and the false information charge will be non-prosecuted.
1 and 2 and 3 will be null process, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, the court has set that recommendation to be 24 months.
Now I want lasagna.
And fine in the amount of $500 per count, and you also wrong probation. So it's $700.
All right, I got one for your ex too, Amy.
Anything to add, Mr. Pritchett?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very well. Mr. Barkley, it appears that you and Mr. McLaughlin in the DA's office have reached this joint recommendation or negotiated plea for you to plead guilty to counts 1 and 2, reduced
Well,
to
I'm not taking it
misdemeanors with the
back.
fine and the probation with the conditions. Is that what you agreed to, Mr. Barkley? Before I can sign off on this, I have to ask you the same questions that I've asked everybody else to make sure that you understand you cannot be forced to enter the guilty pleas today. You can maintain your not guilty plea and have a jury trial where the state must prove you guilty. You'd be entitled to have your lawyer with you at all stages of the trial where you could defend yourself, bring into court your own witnesses and evidence, testify yourself if you wanted to, but you cannot be forced to testify or incriminate yourself because you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand, Mr. Barkley, that if you plead guilty today to counts 1 and 2 misdemeanor, you will be waiving all of those rights? Do you understand that? All right, Mr. Barkley, are you pleading guilty to counts 1 and 2 misdemeanor obstruction because you are in fact guilty? All right, Mr. McLaughlin, see that his pleas get entered.
They need one green one. Could you imagine if they had one green one and you were the person? Oh shit, why is mine green? Florida Punk. That's how I text my kids half the time. They have to figure it out. Florida Punk, I think that's the nicest thing anybody said to me all day. I don't know what it is. I love that, another Smith. Plane tickets to where, though? Your kid got you plane tickets? To where? What state? To see your husband?
Good Lord, is it just me or is the paint peeling worse than when I was here last?
Yeah, facts.
He's complaining about the paint.
All right, very good. Okay. All right, very good. Mr. Barkley, do you have any questions about anything that's happened? Very good. The court finds that the plea has been freely and voluntarily entered. There is a factual basis. The court will accept the stipulation and the guilty plea and the recommendation, which will be 12 months each consecutive for a total of 24 months, $500 fine each, plus the add-ons, drug and alcohol, and Fourth Amendment waiver. Was that everything, Mr. McLaughlin? All right, Mr. Barkley, probation will process you through first chance they get. Good luck to you, sir.
Oh my God, that's great. Can you go to Sacramento? Because I can get the judges there. Some of them. Please.
Who else did I play with?
I put this stuff on at the beginning so we can talk before the actual court starts. The actual court starts in 2 minutes. So get all your words out now.
When is this trial? Next year.
Nice.
Everybody else. Been pleading.
All right, while Mr. King is working up the papers, the next is number 19, Jatavian LeGrier.
Your Honor, I've relayed the offer of Mr. Dewey. He wants to stand by his not guilty plea, sir.
All right, very well. I'll mark it as ready, Mr. LeGrier. I don't know when the term is in 2026, but you'll get the notice in the mail. Did you receive it for today?
Yes, sir.
Did you receive your notice in the mail to be in court today? All right, very good. Well, should you change your address or move, you have to notify the clerk, because that's the only
No.
notice you get for the
No.
trial. I don't know when it'll.
Monica is hiding a lot. All right? We haven't asked Monica or Martha the right questions yet. I am positive if we ask Monica and Martha more questions, we're all going to be shocked a little bit, a lot.
be, but it'll come in the mail. All right, that's it, Mr. LeGrier. You're excused for today. Thank you, sir.
I've had good luck with LeGriers. Not today. Okay, what's next? Because I got the added plea calendar next.
Monica's like Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, God, this is what
She learned her stuff in the red
Thank you,
room.
sir. All right, now the next calendar, I think, is the kickovers from last week, and I'll run through these real quick as well. It's the added criminal plea calendar. Did I state that correctly? These are the ones from last week. Okay. Number 1 is Samuel Jason Mullis. He's over here, Mr. Brockman.
I'm going to bump it ahead while he goes through that because we don't need to hear all that.
Number 25R021-J, State versus Jesse Ray Tucker. That's you, sir? All right. I'll note for the record that Mr. Tucker is standing at the podium with his attorney, Mr. McLaughlin. This matter is down on my plea calendar. I've been handed up a plea sheet here, and it appears to be a guilty plea to the sole count with probation, a fine, and all the usual conditions. Is that correct, Mr. McLaughlin? All right, Mr. Tucker, I'm going to have a lot of questions for you in just a moment, but so far, has everyone said what you expected them to say? And is this what you have agreed to plead guilty to before you came up here to the podium? Before the court can decide or determine whether or not to accept this recommendation and this plea, the court must first determine, go through a process with you where I ask you a series of questions to make sure that you understand all the details of this, but just as important, that you understand all the rights that you'll be giving up if you complete this guilty plea today. If at any point during this process you don't understand my questions or you need some more time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin, just let me know, and I'll give you all the time you need within reason. You understand everything so far? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the testimony you give here today shall be the truth? Put your hand down. Mr. Tucker, do you understand you are pleading guilty in this case to 1 count of possession of methamphetamine? Do you understand that? With a recommendation of 3 years on probation with a fine, and is that what you all agreed to plead guilty to before you came up here to the podium? Before the court can decide or determine whether or not to accept all this, the court must ask you to go through this process where I ask you a series of questions. If at any point you don't understand my questions or you need some more time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin, just let me know, and I'll give you all the time you need within reason. First of all, Mr. Tucker, the court does advise you that you cannot be forced or compelled to enter this guilty plea today.
Don't know. That's literally a game I play when I watch court videos. Are they in cuffs or are they just standing, with their hands behind their back? I try to guess each time to see if I'm right.
Today, you can maintain your not guilty plea and have a speedy and public jury trial if that's what you wanted, where you would enjoy a presumption of innocence which would remain with you throughout the trial, and the state would have the burden of proving your guilt to the satisfaction of the jury beyond a reasonable doubt. You'd be entitled to have your lawyer with you at all stages of the trial, where you would have the right to confront, question, and cross-examine all witnesses and persons who accuse you. You would have the right to defend yourself, bring into court your own witnesses and evidence in your behalf, and at your request, the court would issue subpoenas directed to your witnesses to compel them to come to court. You would have the right to testify in your own behalf, but you cannot be compelled to testify, nor to incriminate yourself, because you have the right to be present, including the right to be present and remain silent. You would also have the right to ask the court to suppress any illegally obtained evidence, and if the jury should find you guilty, you would have the right to appeal that guilty finding to a higher court and be represented on that appeal by your attorney. Mr. Tucker, do you understand that if you plead guilty today, pursuant to this plea agreement, you will be giving up or waiving all of these rights that I've just explained to you for this case? Do you understand that? Fourth Amendment waiver will be a condition of your probation. Do you agree and understand that as a special condition of probation will be that you shall submit to a search of your person and property at any time of the day or night, with or without your consent or a search warrant, whenever requested to do so by a probation officer or a law enforcement officer, and if anything is taken, it may be used against you as evidence in a further court proceeding? Do you understand that? Now, you're represented here today by Mr. McLaughlin, is that correct? If you had enough time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin about your case, do you need any more time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin about this case? Do you have any objections whatsoever about how Mr. McLaughlin has handled your case? Is this your free and voluntary plea? Has anyone threatened you or frightened you to force you to plead guilty? Other than this plea recommendation, has anyone promised you anything to get you to plead guilty? Are you under the influence of any intoxicants like alcohol, drugs, narcotics, or prescription medications? Is your mind clear today? Do you know where you are and what you are doing? Can you read and write? Do you have any questions about anything that's happened up to this point? If you are not a United States citizen, a guilty plea will affect your immigration status. Mr. Tucker, are you pleading guilty to possession of methamphetamine because you are in fact guilty? Mr. McLaughlin, see that his plea gets entered.
Dad, I just scared my cat screaming, John.
I'm showing on here that he.
Hi, John. Merry Christmas.
Want to plead, I'm not looking at the file, looking on our system, but he's going up eligible for that. That was back at 15, so.
He would follow it just as well as Micah would.
Just so the court is aware of what I'm writing on the cover sheet, he's not, appears not to be eligible.
Can't hear him, Judge. Judge.
All right.
Merry Christmas, John. I agree, JK.
Are those bench warrants still up? The calendar indicates bench warrants on two of these.
Me and Jen were in the same hotel room twice. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think there's been one previously released, but the counter has something on it. We get the file check or whatever, see if there's any out there.
Well, he heard something up here, too.
I didn't hear him say anything about that, but he may have been saying that up there. That plea has been entered, Your Honor.
Back to the case, Mr. Pritchett.
Yes, Your Honor, here in Pulaski County, Georgia, on the date alleged indictment, November 2nd, 2024, the defendant possessed methamphetamine, less than 2 grams. This case was investigated by the Walker Lawson, a deputy with the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office.
Anything from the defense, Mr. McLaughlin?
No, we'll stipulate the factual basis for the plea, except for the separate recommendation.
All right, Mr. Tucker, do you have any questions about anything that's happened up to this point? Is there anything that you would like to say? You don't have to, but you can if you want to. Very good. The court finds there is
Thank you,
a factual
Becky.
basis for the
Hello,
plea.
Merry
The plea has been
Christmas.
freely and voluntarily entered, and the court will accept the plea and the recommendation as was stated, 3 years on probation, $400 fine plus the add-ons, and be served under drug and alcohol conditions. Fourth Amendment waiver, you have a period of 4 years to file a habeas corpus from the date the sentence becomes final, and 30 days to file a notice of appeal or a motion for new trial. Do you possess a concealed carry permit for a firearm, Mr. Tucker? All right, you'll need to meet with probation here. They'll process you through, Mr. Tucker. That will conclude this case, and the other two will be dismissed as well. Thank you, sir.
I do have one further comment, Your Honor, that oftentimes there's a confusion about what gets wrapped up and what doesn't get wrapped up. These are the only 3 cases that got wrapped up today. If there's anything else in the pipeline, which there appears he's been arrested subsequently, then obviously we have to deal with that another day.
All right.
And, Your Honor, he said to me something about a bench warrant. I did not hear that.
I'm looking into that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure.
They're revoked, rescinded. Okay.
R027J, Anisha Brown.
I appreciate
Wait,
you
Brown?
listening.
All right, let me find it. 17, okay.
I noticed that my numbers don't match up.
There we go. Number 17 on the calendar, Anisha M. Brown.
I have a plea sheet, but, I said we got to go.
Tell him he lost one in a divorce. You get the other one.
One A and PDC, we can make that account and allow me to argue, that she not be required to do that, but we are employees.
All right, give me just a second
I
here.
know
Let me
how
get some
babies
notes.
are made. Hi, Sherry. But Josh, if you just jump up and down a little bit right afterwards, then you can't have a baby. It won't work. Everything will fall out. Hi, Kelly. Sherry, I never tag. When I walk into a chat room, I say, hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Stork. Stork you. Stork.
Mass need to continue to the 19th, check on the restitution on the car.
And that's number.
What number is that? It is number 1 and number 4.
All right, as I understand it, make sure I got this right. The state is going to recommend,
Jen, thank you.
or the agreement is that there's going to be
didn't say
15
a
years
thing.
probation on count 1, 5 years on count 2, but the
All I said was that you and I were in the same hotel once or twice. I can't remember if it was twice. I remember them once. That was unforgettable. Thank you so much.
state's recommendation is going to be a 150 to 180 PDC stay Is that correct, Mr. Pritchett?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then the rest of the probationary sentence, and you're going to ask for something different, something less, Mr. McLaughlin, is that correct?
The probation fines and restitution being left open, we're not disputing, we're just asking the court to consider suspending the 150 to 180.
I got you. Okay.
All right, when you guys were with your families today, did you guys have any bombshell drama, family drama things that you learned? I have one. But I'm going to let you guys go first.
All right, Ms. Brown, it appears that you and Mr. McLaughlin in the DA's office have been discussing your case, and as I understand the situation, you are expected today to plead guilty to counts 1 and 2 and receive probationary sentences on both of those counts with the fine and all the other conditions. And then at the end of all of this, the court is going to have to decide whether or not to suspend this 150, 180 PDC. And after listening to both sides, I'll make a decision. Is that what you understand is supposed to happen today, Ms. Brown? All right, very good. I'll note for the record that Ms. Brown is standing and has been standing at the podium, but Ms. Brown, before I can get to the disposition phase, I have to first go through a process with you where I ask you a series of questions to make sure
Merry Christmas,
that you understand
Tina.
all the details of this plea, but just as important, that you understand all of the rights that you'll be giving up if you complete these
Oh,
guilty
you're
pleas
close,
to counts
Jen.
1 and
You're
2
this
here
close.
today. If at any point during this process you don't understand my questions or you need some more time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin, just let me know, and I'll give you all the time that you need within reason. You understand everything so far? All right, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the testimony you give here today shall be the truth? All right, put your hand down. Miss,
Well, my sister, she gets her ankle monitor removed tomorrow, which means she can go anywhere she wants tomorrow. Oh, and she's mad at me. She's really mad at me right now. Come on. I'm just waiting for tomorrow, guys. It's my birthday tomorrow. So that would make sense that something happens tomorrow. I'm ready. I'm waiting. A lot of my dreams are going to come true tomorrow. Yep. Oh, come on, you two.
Ms.
Here we
Brown,
go.
do you understand that you are pleading guilty to counts 1 and 2 in this case? Is that a yes? Yes. And do you understand the sentence recommendation that's going to be presented to the court? You need to make sure you say yes or no. All right. And is this sentence recommendation of probation on both counts, is that what you agreed to
Hell
plead
no,
guilty
I
to
want her to
before you
come
came
over.
out here to the podium?
I don't want a restraining order.
Before the court can decide or determine whether or not to accept this guilty plea and the recommendations, the court must first determine that you are making a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary waiver of all of your rights, that you know and understand what you're doing, and that you're doing it of your own free will. So it's vitally important that you speak up if something happens that you don't understand. Went dead. I don't know where the charger is, but we'll
I'm not
find it
running
somewhere.
anywhere.
All right, Ms. Brown, in this indictment, we're going to focus on counts 1 and
Yeah, I
2.
saw
Or
something
I'm sorry,
weird
in the plea
happened.
agreement,
We're
we're
good.
going to focus on counts 1 and 2. Count 1 is aggravated battery. That is a felony. It has a maximum sentence of 20 years to serve with a range of 1 to 20. And count 2 is terroristic threats, also a felony with a maximum sentence of 5 years to serve with a range of 1 to 5. The court does advise you that you cannot be forced or compelled to enter a guilty plea today. You can maintain your not guilty plea and have a speedy and public jury trial if that's what you wanted, where you would enjoy a
No.
presumption of innocence that would remain
She's coming to my house. I can do anything I want. I'm not going to jail.
with you throughout the trial, and the state would have the burden of proving your guilt to the satisfaction of the jury beyond a reasonable doubt. You would have the right to have your lawyer with you at all stages of the trial, where you would have the right to confront, question, and cross-examine all witnesses and persons who accuse you. You would have the right to defend yourself and to bring into court your own witnesses and evidence in your behalf, and at your request, the court would issue subpoenas directing your witnesses to appear for court. You would have the right to testify in your own behalf, but you cannot be compelled to testify nor to incriminate yourself, because you have the right to be present, including the right to be present and remain silent. You would also have the right to ask the jury to suppress any illegally, let me back up. You would also have the right to ask the court to suppress any illegally obtained evidence, and if the jury should find you guilty,
See?
you would have the
Kim
right to appeal
understands.
that guilty finding to a higher court. Ms. Brown, do you understand that if you complete these
Damn
guilty
it. What do you
pleas to
mean, no
counts 1
cussing?
and 2, you will
What?
be giving up or waiving all of these rights? Do you understand that? Fourth Amendment waiver will be a condition of the probation. Do you agree and understand that as a special condition of probation will be that you shall submit to a search of your person and property at any time?
What's going on? YouTube, please. It's Christmas. It's Christmas, YouTube.
The day or night, with or without your consent or a search warrant, whenever requested to do so by a probation officer or a law enforcement officer, and if anything is taken, it may be used against you as evidence in a further court proceeding. Do you understand that? Now, you're represented here today by Mr. McLaughlin, is that correct? Have you had enough time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin about this case? Do you need any more time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin? Do you have any objections whatsoever about how Mr. McLaughlin has handled your case? Is this your free and voluntary plea? Has anyone threatened you or frightened you to force you to plead guilty? Other than this plea recommendation, has anyone promised you anything to get you to plead guilty? Are you under the influence today of any intoxicants like alcohol, drugs, narcotics, or prescription medications? Is your mind clear today? Do you know where you are and what you are doing? Can you read and write? Do you have any questions about anything that has happened up to this point? If you are not a United States citizen, a guilty plea will affect your immigration status. Ms. Brown, are you pleading guilty to count
Can of
1,
paint on the
aggravated
string?
battery, and count 2, terroristic threats, because you are in fact guilty? All right, Mr. McLaughlin, see that her guilty plea gets in.
My sister's a criminal and is absolutely mad at me right now. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
So I
All right,
expect her to come to my house tomorrow.
I missed that completely. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Let me back up. Ms. Brown has been brought to my attention that you wish to offer this plea as a First Offender Act sentence. The court does advise you that if a first offender probationer violates the terms of this probation and the court later enters an adjudication of guilty, the court may then impose any sentence permitted by law for the 2 counts you're about to plead guilty to. At a probation revocation and adjudication of guilty hearing, a first offender probationer may then be resentenced to a sentence greater than what you get here today, up to the maximum amount allowed by law, which I described to you earlier. Do you understand that, Ms. Brown? And you still wish to offer this as a First Offender Act plea, is that correct? All right, very well. Mr. McLaughlin, see to it.
JK, if you ever sent me a video, I might play videos. Maybe. We went from minute 26 to minute 150, one hour and 52 minutes. And there's still a lot of red folders left on that desk, which means in all that time I skipped, they barely got any work done. Jack is adorable. Oh, gosh.
Oh, Jones, got you. All right, got you.
I play boring shit every day. That doesn't stop me. There's no bar that's too low for me. Steven! Someone calling me. I hear my name. Steven! Anybody have any idea what that is? It's Alice Cooper. Welcome to my nightmare.
Plea has been entered, Your Honor.
Facts of the case, please.
I just need my
Yes, Your Honor, and
hands.
I'm probably reciting a little bit more than normal because of the fact that the court's got some decisions to make here, so if the court would bear with me, I appreciate it. On December 4, 2024, Deputy Walker Lawson with the Flash County Sheriff's Office, along with Heartland EMS folks, we're responding to a location, which is at 341 bypass Hawkinsville, Georgia, which is the Shell's Restaurant. It's a seafood restaurant across town over here, in reference to a lady that had been beaten. Upon their arrival, EMS was already on scene. They spoke with a Miss Taylor. Miss Taylor was laying face down on the floor holding her head. She was an employee at Shell's. She stated the subject by the name of Nisha Brown came into the establishment and began hitting her, pulled her to the ground, grabbed the back of her head, her shirt area, and began slamming her head face down on the floor. She then began stomping her head from behind multiple times before she left. There was a video that was filmed of this.
Curb stomp.
She had an accomplice with her by the name of Jessica Clark. Ultimately, the sheriff's office got a copy of that video. It's disturbing. The situation, this lady ended up going in the ambulance, ended up going to the hospital because of the nature of her injuries in this case. Have to be seen and get some medical care, and so that's the reason the restitution is being left open in this case. The sheriff's office tried to track Miss Brown down after learning who the party was, and the basis for this whole thing, as it turned out, was that Miss Brown ultimately, when she was arrested, did give an interview on Miranda and did tell them that there was some statement made on Facebook that she believed Miss Taylor was saying something negative about her child. Ms. Taylor's position on that was that there was not any kind of reference to anybody's child in particular, but there was some reference to a situation with a bully at school, and that's all she wrote on the Facebook. At any rate, it was an extreme overreaction to this whole situation, and ended up with, in a public building in front of other witnesses, and there are other victims in the case, but I'm not going for one of those charges where, ultimately, she ended up, really overreacting and jumping this lady and kicking her and all this kind of business. And the main reason, as I understand it,
No
that's,
one will know where
can
I
be
go.
argued as to why she shouldn't go to PDC. And I understand it's going to be probably compelling on the court is that she's now pregnant. And you're not asking me for that right now. You're asking for facts, and so I'll leave it. As far as if you want to hear arguing, we can do that later. But the bottom line is that there was that occurred, and then the main reason is not being repented at all. She ends up making a terroristic threat later. There's reference, and I'll let you just read that on the indictment. What was said that she was going to give her some more later on when she got out of jail. So that's where we are, and so we will. That's
Well, while you're on your feet, tell me, you have anything else to say about the PDC, 150-180 PDC?
Your Honor, I think that this is a reasonable sentence for somebody with an aggravated battery and terroristic threats, with, the kind of beating that this lady took, probably for me to have recommended prison. I didn't recommend prison because of her status. I mean, not having a lot of cases. I've dealt with her a time or two related to a murder case I had, and she was more a witness or girlfriend of a defendant on that. It is not, I just think some incarceration is warranted in this case, and that's the reason I'm going to stand by my recommendation to do the PDC time.
All right, Mr. McLaughlin, what says the defense?
Your Honor, there's no excuse for what happened. Ms. Brown, there were a little more to the
Yeah,
case.
I got Anthony.
My child being bullied at school, Ms. Brown showed up to me, she's got him on the phone.
Kim, look.
It doesn't matter.
Merry Christmas, Kim.
It don't matter what she said about Ms. Brown's child, no matter what she said about her, Ms. Brown overreacted. She did basically lose control of her.
Hello, doctor. Medical doctor. I have some issues. I need a prescription.
Hair extensions ended up getting pulled out, and when she fell down, she dislocated her shoulder. By the same token, Ms. Brown she's 29 years old. She's never been before the court, never been convicted of a felony. She is 10 weeks pregnant and has 3 children, ages 4, 10, and 11. And she's entering this under the First Offender Act, which exposes her to 20 years as to count 1, 5 years as to count 2.
Extreme overreaction.
Which means,
Floor
obviously
is
I'm
right.
terrible at math, but I can even do that, which means if made to run consecutive, she could be looking at 25 years to serve. And I just think that there's enough of a stick and a carrot here to ensure her compliance with statute and her her past behavior, I think, shows that, you know, she can be a lawful, you know, productive citizen in the community. And I just don't know what purpose it would serve other than to punish, you know, and that's part of the.
Yo, that
part
was
of
a
the game,
vicious
punishment.
attack, sir.
Part of the
Vicious.
reason that the justice system is the way it is. But in this case, not only would Ms. Brown be being punished, it would be, you know, her family. She is a single parent. The father of these children is incarcerated at the moment. And I'm not acting like these kids are gonna be thrown out in the street. I'm sure she has friends and family that will help her. But I don't think that sanction is necessary here for a first-time offense. It is horrible what she did, but it's basically a fight that kind of got out of hand, in my opinion. Went way too far in a place that should have never happened. Not that fight should ever happen, but you know, people are emotional, especially when it comes to their children. And Ms. Brown lost control of hers. I just think the court has enough of a stick with the first offender plea to encourage compliance. And I think her past behavior exhibits that she can comply. Again, she's pregnant. I'm not sure that she could go to PDC even if it was ordered being pregnant. And the fact that she is pregnant, and I thought I was being smart, I was going to call her OBGYN before this hearing today, and that's Allison Smith in Warner Robins, but I didn't think to get a HIPAA form signed, so they're not talking to me.
Emma, thank you so much. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
I think there's enough there to.
It's better just seeing you, though. Just seeing your name in chat is awesome.
Make it a special condition.
Yeah.
Extend the RSAT to do it, and make it a special condition.
Let me see that one.
Probation violated, that RSAT can be imposed without need to go into a full-blown probation revocation.
Tartar cocktail 6-7.
All right, Ms. Brown, do you have any questions about anything that has happened up to this point?
No, sir.
Is there anything that you would like to say? You don't have to, but you can if you want to.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to say that I acted out of my emotions, and I've learned my lesson.
Okay. Well, the court finds that the plea has been freely and voluntarily entered, that there is a factual basis for the plea, and the court will accept the guilty pleas and the First Offender Act plea and all these other conditions. I'm going to get to it. And,
Your Honor, before you can pronounce,
yeah.
it was pointed out to me by probation that it may not have been referenced that she's to have no contact with the victim. That was
Well,
our negotiation.
I was going to impose that, whether anybody said it or not.
Okay.
I've already written that down here. I'll come back to that. When Ms. Brown, that sounds like that was quite a melee over there, or not a melee, a one-sided melee, quite a beatdown over there. That was a lot going on that day. But I'm going to suspend the PDC, 150, 180 PDC. It will be part of the sentence, but it'll be suspended, and I'm going to do what Mr. McLaughlin said. All the conditions are going to be made special, so we don't have to have this conversation again, because I feel pretty confident about a couple of things. One, we'll find out pretty quick if you are a candidate for successful completion of probation, because you got a long time. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And I have no doubt that if there's a problem, it'll bubble up pretty quick, and I'll get to see you again, and we'll have an entirely different conversation. You understand that?
I want to hear more about that different conversation. All right. I can't even play in the same field with you guys. I got acetaminophen. I might have a meloxicam back there, but I can't play. I need a doctor to write me. I need medicine so badly. And you know what I get? Tylenol. Oh, thyroid issue? Take Tylenol. No, I'm going to get a doctor in like 5 to 8 days, I think. I might be able to get a doctor. I might. This is how I'm going to do it. And I'm saying it out loud because I believe with my chest this is not illegal. I'm not doing anything illegal. But if someone in chat says, yeah, you're not allowed to do that, then I just won't do it. But the place that I work with, we shut down for the season. And then in 2 months, the next season starts up. I am off work for 2 months, for 8 weeks. No work. So here's what I'm thinking about doing. I don't think this is... Wendy, hello! I don't think this is illegal. But if it is, let me know. I'm not trying to break the law. I'm just trying to get some medicine. I'm going to call... Is it Medicaid? Call Medicaid? The day the season ends and say I'm unemployed. I'm unemployed. I don't have a job. I need health care. And then I get health care, right? I don't have a job. I don't have income. So I can get health care. You gotta help me. Because my brain is killing me right now. Every time you come in, are you Judy or Wendy? Are you Judy or Wendy? Because right now I'm going back and forth. I hate calling you the wrong name. That breaks my heart if I call you the wrong name. Karen. It's Karen, isn't it? Karen or Judy. Karen or Judy. Not illegal. Okay, so I'm going to call in like 5 days. Get the hell out of here. It can't be Tammy. That wasn't one of the options. I'm going to have medicine. I'm going to get a rheumatologist. I'm going to get a rheumatologist, and they're going to write me a prescription for this medicine that's like $30,000 a month. Yes. I can't wait. I'm so excited. You have no idea how excited I am. I'm going to have thyroid medication again, blood pressure medication again, cholesterol medication again, more meloxicam, which is the big one for me. And then I'm going to get that stuff that's so darn expensive, and my ankles are going to get better. Woo! Although Martha went far to help that already. Thank you, Martha. All right, back to work, guys. Guys, we're in the middle of a sentencing. Will you guys pay attention? This is a court channel. I am very excited, though.
And the second reason that I'm going to suspend it is restitution has been mentioned. It's going to, I don't think, I determined it, I guess it's not been determined yet, but I'm going to leave it open to get it determined for 90 days. I want you to get started on that pretty quick, as soon as the number gets set. And if we have to have a hearing, we'll have a hearing. But that's just what I'm going to impose, Ms. Brown. But now let me run through the process here. The court does accept the plea and freely and voluntarily entered, and the sentence on count 1 is 15 years on probation, $500 fine plus the add-ons. Count 2 is 5 years probation. Will be concurrent to count 1, additional $500 plus the add-ons that go with it. The PDC is suspended. Drug and alcohol conditions, Fourth Amendment waiver. You have a period of 4 years to file a habeas corpus petition from the date the sentence becomes final, 30 days to file a notice of appeal or a motion for new trial. Do you possess a concealed carry permit for a firearm, Ms. Brown? And no contact with the named victims in all 4 counts, not just the 2.
He was famous
I'm
before
sorry, in
court
all
videos.
the counts.
He is a famous person. He's a professional. I don't know if you want me to say or not, so I'm not going to. But he's a name that people know. People who don't watch court videos, they know his name. Yep. She got 15 years probation. 15 years probation. Yo, that's a long time to check in with your PO for one fight. Now, it was a bad fight. I feel like that bad fight deserves 90 days in jail, not 15 years probation. I mean, do they get time for good behavior on probation? Right? I believe she needed jail time. Even 10 days would have been better than 15 years probation. That's like a whole setup. Who can go 15 years without breaking any laws? Okay, I've not broken a law in the last 15 years, but I could have. very easily. Maybe.
5 counts. And you'll need to meet with probation here. They'll process you through. Ms. Brown, do you have any questions? All right, good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you.
What? Medicare. Wait. Medicaid is what I think I have to get, Penny. Medicare is fed. You have to wait a long time. No, I don't have time. I need medicine. While waiting, food pantries, check out. Medicare has a list of disease eligible. What does that mean? Wait. Oh my God. Do you mean what I have might not be covered for the insurance? Oh, there's no way they're gonna pay for it. It's so expensive. Oh, Jude, that sucks. They can cut probation by 1/3. Okay. All right. Oh, Jude, man.
Different.
Your Honor, we have an announcement on the bond matters,
Hold on just a second.
whatever the,
You can't rush a Georgia judge, sir. I don't know how you're ahead of the game. You need to slow down too. You're normally much slower. Georgia judges need time. I don't mean pondering time. They're working the whole time.
All right,
They
which
just
one
work
now?
slow.
McBurst, Your Honor, is, we have a proposed consent bond that's been signed off.
He said Mac Burse. Is that
All
a
right,
name?
very good.
No contest.
What is Mac Burse?
The other subject on the calendar.
Moses.
It's psoriatic.
All right, and what about Moses?
Your Honor, he's, so there's a new statute that allows for juveniles who make a threat at school. CPSR.
Can we do social service employees understand
As I read it more.
health insurance? Is that what you do?
Bigger than just one person. In this case, it's one person that is a bigger threat.
Why is my computer beeping? I'm not doing anything.
Juvenile, not by way of order, but filing of a petition there in juvenile, and it's being.
It's a play by Shakespeare.
Procedure on that, but it's my understanding it's being exposed up to date, so there's no necessity for a hearing.
Cross it off then. All right, very good.
That's 2 references to Shakespeare in this
All right,
one
what else you got?
stream.
Mr. Deal, Mr. McLaughlin?
Your Honor, while we arguing, number 4 on the added plea calendar, is that right?
Number 4, that's Herring.
Yes, Your Honor, we have negotiated plea in that case with some argument over what?
All right, bring him up.
Hi,
You can take
ma'am.
it first, thank you.
How are you feeling, ma'am?
I'll take him back.
Are you feeling okay?
Who else you got back there, Sheriff? Just Jones, or? Sir? The Dawson subject, okay. Okay.
Wait, listen, that reminds me, Micah, if you guys were ever in the hospital and I come and visit you, which I frickin' will, in a heartbeat, I will hop on a plane if I know any of you are in a hospital. I'm eating your Jell-O. I'm just saying, if you have it out slightly, I'm stealing it and eating it. I don't care. Call the police. Tell them I eat your Jell-O.
All right, next is
Please make it strawberry or cherry, though.
2023-R-148J. You are Enoris Herring. All right, I'll note for the record that Mr. Herring is at the podium with Mr. McLaughlin. What's the status of this one, Mr. McLaughlin?
Your Honor, this will be a negotiated plea, and, we don't know more.
Yes, Kelly, that was the first one.
Plea to, one count reduced possession, cocaine, and intention to distribute. The state would recommend a cap.
Even yours, Micah. I would eat your Jell-O. I'm definitely eating jeans jello.
As long as it does include some period of time in DOC, you may fine, or that fine set by the court.
Well, we were doing a statutory fine when we were doing this trafficking. I did not, fined by the court,
All right.
because we were initially insisting on trafficking.
For 20, basically 20 served, 5 would be arguing,
For something less.
yes, Your Honor, and it also includes some, you've got to serve some period of time at the state bottom line with drug and alcohol.
Do I need a prescription for Bim's Lex?
I got you. All right, so count 1 is going to be reduced to possession with intent, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I mean, there is a minimum on that, right? Well, even on intent?
It's a 5 to 30
5
offense,
to
Your Honor, but it can be sentenced to probation in all candor. The court is not
Oh,
required.
okay. All right.
He was asking about a minimum on possession. I said it's 5 to 30.
All right, Mr. Herring, as I understand the situation,
Pulaski,
you and
George.
Mr. McLaughlin have been
Pulaski.
working on this case, your case, and have got a partial resolution. It is my understanding that you are expected today to enter a plea of guilty to count 1, reduced to possession with intent to distribute, and that there will be an argument or a
Okay, yes. Jello is great with whipped cream. Jello is greater with vodka and whipped cream. You need them both. You have to have the... Oh, darn it. I don't have a doctor. You have to have the vodka.
discussion about the actual sentence. The state, as I understand it, is going to recommend a cap or a sentence of 20 years, serve 5 in the custody of Department of Corrections, balance on probation with all those conditions, and then that you and Mr. McLaughlin are going to argue for something else, something different, something less, I presume. Is that what you understand is supposed to happen today, Mr. Herring? Before I can get to the disposition phase of your case, I have to first go through a process where I ask you a series of questions to make sure that you understand all the details of this plea, but just as important, that you understand all of the rights that you'll be giving up if you complete this guilty plea today. If at any point during this process you don't understand my questions, or you need some more time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin, just let me know, and I'll give you all the time that you need within reason. You understand everything so far? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm under penalty of perjury that the testimony you give here today shall be the truth? Put your hand down. Mr. Herring, do you understand you are pleading guilty under this plea agreement to count 1?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand the sentence recommendation that's been presented to the court?
Yes, sir.
And is count 1 in this plea agreement what you agreed to plead guilty to before you came out here to the podium?
Yes, sir.
Before the court can decide or determine whether or not to accept this guilty plea and these argument on sentence, the court must first determine that you are making a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary waiver of all of your rights, that you know and understand what you're doing, and that you're doing it of your own free will. So it's vitally important that you speak up if something happens that you don't understand. Now, count 1, getting reduced to possession with intent, is still a felony. It has a maximum sentence of 30 years to serve in prison with a range of 5 to serve up to 30 to serve. Do you understand that, Mr. Herring?
Yes, sir.
Court does further advise you that you cannot be forced or compelled to enter a guilty plea today. You can maintain your not guilty plea and have a speedy and public jury trial if that's what you wanted, where you would enjoy a presumption of innocence that would remain with you throughout the trial, and the state would have the burden of proving your guilt to the satisfaction of the jury beyond a reasonable doubt. You would have the right to have your lawyer with you at all stages of the trial, where you could confront, question, and cross-examine all witnesses and persons who accuse you. You would have the right to defend yourself and to bring into court your own witnesses and evidence in your behalf. And at your request, the court would issue subpoenas directed to your witnesses to compel them to come to court. You would have the right to testify in your own behalf, but you cannot be compelled to testify, nor to incriminate yourself, because you have the right to be present, including the right to be present and remain silent. You would also have the right to ask the court to suppress any illegally obtained evidence, and if the jury should find you guilty, you would have the right to appeal that guilty finding to a higher court, and that would include the right to be represented on that appeal by your attorney. Mr. Herring, do you understand that if you plead guilty today pursuant to this plea agreement, you will be giving up or waiving all of these rights that I've just explained to you for this case? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Fourth Amendment waiver will be a condition of the probationary part of this sentence. Do you agree and understand that as a special condition of probation will be that you shall submit to a search of your person and property at any time of the day or night, with or without your consent or a search warrant, whenever requested to do so by a probation officer or a law enforcement officer. And if anything is taken, it may be used against you as evidence in a further court proceeding. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, you're represented here today by Mr. McLaughlin, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Have you had enough time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin about your case?
Yes, sir.
Do you need any more time to talk to Mr. McLaughlin about anything involving your case? Do you have any objections whatsoever about how Mr. McLaughlin has handled your case? Is this your free and voluntary plea? Has anyone threatened you or frightened you to force you to plead guilty? Other than this plea agreement, has anyone promised you anything to get you to plead guilty? Are you under the influence today of any intoxicants like alcohol, drugs, narcotics, or prescription medications? Is your mind clear today? Do you know where you are and what you are doing? Can you read and write? Do you have any questions about anything that has happened up to this point? If you are not a United States citizen, a guilty plea will affect your immigration status.
This judge is great. I have a couple more judges that are great from Georgia. You can only see them here on this channel. That's a lie, but it's only a little lie. You can also see them on one other channel that only posts videos and shorts. Shorts don't count though, right? Of these judges, but just those two channels. But mostly only here. You can only see these Georgia judges here if you want to see them. Judge Crawfield is better. He's so good. He's so cranky.
Mr. Herring, are you pleading guilty to count one, reduced to possession of cocaine with intent to distribute because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. McLaughlin, see that his plea gets entered.
We can't hear anybody speak in the courtroom. We can't hear this, we can't hear that, but we always hear him drinking. The audio is perfect when he drinks. I'm so glad you made it, Doctor. I'm so glad. Oh yeah, the mason jar. Mr. Kelly was the best. I mean, it was the best. Yes, you can see videos of my Georgia judges on court disorder. And that's perfectly fine. There's nothing bad about that. Drunken Smurf, I always know when you're drinking. 'Cause you're awake. Oh, Jen, that would be so much fun. Would you bring your two friends with you? You smooth, Martha. Court Disorder is my other channel that only has videos, but it doesn't have me. You don't see or hear me. It's just videos and some text. Court Disorder is the channel that keeps the lights on. This is our fun channel where we can talk and play. Yeah, Josh, CJ thinks the same.
Plea has been entered.
Facts of the case, please, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. This case stems from an incident here in Pulaski County, Georgia, where the Georgia State Patrol was conducting a road check. The supervisor approved road check out on Georgia Highway 27. Trooper Travis Pollock is the main reporting officer on this case, but he was joined by a supervisor by the name of Chad Harrison, also Matthew Edwards. The situation was, as the defendant's vehicle approached the road check, he observed that there was a road check going on. He then immediately made a U-turn and then pulled in another place and started going the opposite direction. So they made a stop on him. He also had a legal window tint. Whenever they made contact with him, they asked him all the items of the vehicle belonged to him, and he said they did. Then a canine sniff check, free air check was being done on the vehicle. He started acting, for lack of a better word, squirrely. He ends up running toward the car, and then when they tell him not to go toward the car, he runs off from officers. He ended up having to be tased by Sergeant Harrison after he was taken into custody. The free air sniff continued, and a quantity of, it was a positive alert, or however you want to describe that terminology. I know there's a term of art for that, but at any rate, a search of the vehicle was done, and several items of drugs were found. In particular, as to this case, as far as the incident, there was about over 40 grams of cocaine found, Your Honor. It both field tested positive when the drug agents took over the case with the machine they have to do the testing, as well as it tested positive at the state crime lab as a 44.886 grams with a purity of 18.3%.
Okay, I just have to ask because I have to know, and I have a feeling you guys might know the answer. Can't you just put the drugs in a baggie and seal it? Like can't you just, when I have fish that I want to put in my refrigerator, I put it in a baggie and seal it. Nothing in that refrigerator smells like fish. I don't smell fish when I open the refrigerator. Why are these drugs being found by these dogs? Can't you just I don't understand. Someone tell me a dog can smell through a bag? Is that what we're saying here? I don't check the emails regularly. I am going to check it though. Going to check.
So the state, there's clearly a case of trafficking there. The state was merciful in our recommendation and decided to, consider the age of the case and a couple other, the trooper's no longer with the department, although he's right there in Vienna. We decided that we would, in negotiations, agree to do this down to a possession with intent. Of course, the issue, had he gone forward to a trial and been convicted on the trafficking, he was looking at a bare minimum of 10 years in prison. So it would have been at least, it's a 30 years with a 10 years minimum and also like a $100,000 fine. Minimum that's on that first threshold, the first tier as far as the trafficking amount. We did agree to do it possession with intent, so he's pleading his possession with intent. He's now exposed to 5 to 30 and fines set by the court. We believe that this is a 5-year prison sentence in this, when he was facing 10 as a bare minimum, is a fair recommendation in this case. Due to the quantity of drugs he had, there was others that didn't ultimately get tested. He's charged with meth, and that's the reason we dropped some of these other off the count. But there was other stuff there, other contraband there, and he knew he had it. He knew he was caught dead to rights, and that's the reason he turned around at the stop, and that's the reason he ran from them whenever they knew that the dog was going to lurk. So we believe that 5 years is not at all unreasonable. And we were insisting on there being some prison time at least. We respect the court on whatever you decide as far as the amount of time, but we believe that it should be the 5.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Your Honor, this proved no fault necessarily with the state or anybody else. We know how long it takes to get crime lab results back, and they test what they want to test and what they want to send. This happened back on December the 12th of 2021.
Ooh.
Since that time, Mr. Herring's had no issues whatsoever. He's here today with his fiancee, Miss Key, who's seated right there in the white and black shirt. They live together in Moultrie, Georgia, where she works as a phlebotomist for SMA Laboratories. And while she's at work, Mr. Herring is at home with their 10 and 15-year-old child, and she's home, he's at work in Tallahassee, which is just a terrible drive from Moultrie, drive the whole way back home. Mr. Herring is adamant that this was a mistake he made and has completely turned his life around in the interim. And it's one of those things where he knows he's got to pay the price, but again, we were asking the court for mercy, not because he deserved it. Then it wouldn't be mercy; it would just be being fair. I like that saying that the power of mercy is when it's given to the undeserving. It's what gives us the power. Said otherwise, you're just being fair, you're not being merciful at all. I think that this gentleman does not be offended, and Ms. Key Mr. Harris did a lot of damage to his life as well as prior to this case. And after this, he actually, credits get stopped, really kind of saved his life. And I just like to see that get changed. He's been improved before.
Well, I don't have a background. That was my very first question. I thought you were looking at my notes. Were there any priors? So there's one prior felony?
I'm sorry, I don't see a GCIC in here. I'm not sure why it's not. I'm gonna check our computer system because lots of times it gets uploaded for bond hearings and such.
Well, you answered my question. There's one at least, so. Well, Mr. Herring, before I get to the disposition of it, do you have any
Monica,
questions about
thanks for the
anything that has
cheers on
happened up to this
Twitch.
point?
Speaking of
Is there anything?
Twitch, if you're watching my live streams, this only counts if you're watching a live stream, not replay crew. That won't make a difference. Maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe it will. If you're watching a live stream and you're getting ads, and you don't like to get ads, but you don't have YouTube Premium, if you have Amazon Prime, a lot of people have Amazon Prime. If you have an Amazon Prime membership, you're allowed to subscribe to one Twitch channel every month. But you have to go in every month and you have to subscribe. You can't just do it once and forget about it. But you can subscribe to my Twitch channel. You can see on the screen, there's YouTube on the bottom, and then there's Twitch on the top. And you see those green dancing shamrocks. That was Monica sending me cheers. Thank you, Monica. But if you use your Amazon Prime membership, you can subscribe free to my Twitch channel, watch it there, and you don't have any ads. And you can still talk to people through the chats, because they're both right there on the screen. It's just a way to get around the ads. You don't have to do it. I'm not asking anybody to do it. I don't care. I don't care if you watch on Twitch or YouTube. It doesn't make a difference to me. All right, I'm just saying. Pandolfo, you're up all nice and ad free here. Yes, yes. Thank you. But yeah, you can watch over there, and you don't have to watch ads.
That you would like to say, you don't have to, but you can if you want to.
I just want to apologize to the courts. Being here, I made a mistake. I'm willing to accept the consequences.
Josh, we're done too.
I just made a mistake.
How old are you, sir?
52.
How old are you?
52.
52? And that was all happening so fast here. Are you employed?
Yes, sir.
Where are you employed?
I work in Tallahassee, pressure washer company, down in Tallahassee.
Okay. And 2 children?
Yes, sir.
And they're both at home? They're both at home? Both children are at home? Okay. All right, let me get my findings out of the way before I forget it. The court finds that Mr. Herring has freely and voluntarily entered his plea, that there is a factual basis for the plea, and the court will accept the guilty plea. And all the other conditions are not at issue here, but I'll come back to those in just a minute. Well, this was a bit unusual, Mr. Herring. I've seen you sitting out there all day. I know you've been here all day, all morning, and I don't have much hesitation in sending someone to prison. I do note that Mr. McLaughlin makes a good point. I'm looking for the date again. This happened in 2021, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yep.
The offense date,
Let's-
December 12th, 2021, Your Honor.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows that
Crime lab
the
didn't
crime
come
lab
back
was
until-
all booked up from the
In June of
COVID explosion.
2024, that was the delay in getting it. We went ahead and pushed it forward because some point in time you had to just go sometimes without a crime lab, but it took them some time.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that was actually me having to expedite it to get them to,
Well, it still takes a while, but this was a bit unusual. God, we're looking at almost exactly 4 full years, which is a long time to wait.
I figured it out. This cord, when I turned my head or moved, was accidentally touching my camera cord way down there. Lightly. Just lightly touching it.
Well, Mr. Herring, I see a lot
This is
of
the problem. My headset.
pluses here for you. It seems like this one got your attention, at least. You're kind of old to be doing this stuff. But 40, no, I'm sorry, it was 40 plus grams, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
40 plus grams, Mr. Herring, is nothing to take lightly. And although I do hear what you're saying, Mr. Herring, Mr. McLaughlin has done his usual good job of putting the court squarely in the box, and I have no easy answers for any of this. I wish it hadn't taken 4 years, but I see no reason to depart from the state's recommendation, Mr. Herring, as difficult as this may be for everyone, including myself. I'm going to accept the recommendation from the state. The sentence on count 1 is going to be a 20-year sentence, 5 to serve, the Department of Corrections balance on probation. The probationary part will have a $1,000 fine to be served under drug and alcohol conditions, Fourth Amendment waiver conditions. You have a period of 4 years to file a habeas corpus petition from the date the sentence becomes final, 30 days to file a notice of appeal or a motion for new trial. Do you possess a concealed carry permit for a firearm, Mr. Herring? All right, Mr. Herring, that will conclude this case. Probation, I'm sure will catch up to you, but I'm going to remand you to the custody of the sheriff for execution of sentence. Good luck to you, sir.
Hold on, there has to be more. Nope. Well, I was not expecting him to go to jail for 5 years. Yeah, I guess, Josh, thank you. Thank you. I agree. Curb Stomp Lady got 15 years of probation. He's going to jail for 5 years. Cocaine. Oh well. Guys, that went so fast. No, I'm not setting up OJ after this. No, I gotta get a stream ready I gotta live stream in a couple hours. So I am going to start live streaming Wednesday nights and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. my time, which is exactly what time I started today. So whatever time I started today is when I'm going to start doing it Wednesday nights and Sunday nights. Yes, that means this Sunday. Sunday. I already have my stream ready. Man, I would love to do that. I'm thinking about it. Drunken, maybe. Judge Fleischer's greatest hits. Maybe. Just because we miss him so much. I don't know. It's an ethical issue with me, a moral issue. He doesn't want to be live streamed, but he already was, and we have that, and everybody's already seen it. So, I don't know. I have a lot of Judge Fleischer content. It's alright, Jen. It's all recorded. You could just watch it Thursday. Be wild and crazy. But thank you for coming out. Love you guys so much. I'll see you all again in a couple hours. Bye, guys.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright, she's distraction from my pain. 'Cause this creator takes you there and back again. Kathy is the heart here, always in stride. Her work is hard, but her joy she can't hide. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At court vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her style is classy, she's always top shelf. Don't take my word, come and see for yourself. Her cases are new with a twist or two. I really like them, I believe you will too. A little lifeline passed along in rhyme. Why don't you join us? It's a guaranteed good time.